Angels. Warren outdid Robert, and LA swept the next 3 to move on. In round 2, trouble came earlier. Vancouver won the series opener. But then Wayne Gretzky delivered, and the Crowns were never down again. In round 3, they faced elimination after Toronto went ahead 3-2, but with no tomorrow compounded by sudden death, this time the Kings' escape was a great one. And so, the finals question, can these comeback Kings top the French resistance? The Montreal Canadiens' stick-to-itiveness is measured by a series of amazing wins. In Game 2, the Habs used a coaching trick and a hat trick to salvage a victory. 2 nights ago, the Kings weren't keen, but a hardy hit followed by a Gretzky blast hit Montreal reeling till overtime. Evidently, a form ghost's a form ghost, and the Canadiens won an OT for the 9th consecutive time, leaving Los Angeles down, but not out, as we get set for Game 4 of the Stanley Cup. Yes, all eyes on Wayne Gretzky. Here's his arrival 2.5 hours ago. Warren Reichel and Gretzky among the first Kings to get to the Forum in anticipation of this critical game, with Montreal leading 2-1. There's Thomas Sandstrom coming down the ramp just at the rear of the arena. Beautiful day. And by the way, LA lost against Toronto here in Game 4. The weather was crummy. They lost the other day to Montreal. The weather wasn't too great. Beautiful day today. Who knows if it'll have an impact, but the fans are enjoying it and have come indoors for Game 4 of the 1993 Stanley Cup Final, the Montreal Canadiens and the Los Angeles Kings. And here's the scene live inside. Goldie Hawn's going right by me as we speak. Goldie, who's going to win tonight? Oh, I thought so. Bruce McDowell and Goldie Hawn. You'll enjoy this shot, Goldie. In fact, we'll see Goldie as you go right down toward the LA locker room. You can wave, Goldie. There we go. Door number 4. Door number 4 is where the Kings will emerge momentarily in anticipation of this pressure-filled moment. There's Bruce McDowell trying to direct this mayhem. And now we'll swing over toward me, and we'll show you where the Montreal Canadiens locker room is located, just across from the Hockey Night in Canada studio here, down in the bowels of the Forum in Inglewood, California. Follow that. Good evening, and welcome to Molson Hockey Night in Canada and the 1993 Championship Final, Game 4. I'm Ron McLean. A couple of developments. The LA Kings, who had a lot of talk here, and I think back home about the last 12 seconds in Game 3. Should it have been a penalty shot when Carbonneau was on the puck? Brian Lewis said absolutely not, and I concur wholeheartedly. The puck was shot into Carbonneau, and Terry Gregson lost sight of the puck, so he blew it down. But still, they've been looking at the rules and talking about that for the last 48 hours here. The Kings had an off day yesterday. They had family day rather than an exertion practice. They just brought everybody down for a little fun with their families. It's worked twice before in the playoffs. An important note with respect to lineups, Charlie Huddy is out tonight with the knee sprain. He may skate tomorrow. Dave Taylor's out with a shoulder problem. So Jimmy Carson is in. Lonnie Loach is in for the LA Kings as they try to get back on even terms. At the Forum in Montreal tonight, a capacity crowd. They've been selling tickets at the rate of 500 every minute. Jammed the Forum right now at $2 a pop for the Children's Hospital in that city. And, of course, there's an eager crowd in both forums this evening waiting for the big game tonight. General Manager Serge Savard, what do you expect from the Los Angeles Kings after your 2 victories?
Well, I think it's a must game for them. The series is not over until you win 4 games, but they have to win a game in Montreal now, and certainly they have to win this one to win the series. So I expect them to come real quick, and especially in the first period, and maybe the 10th first minute, they're going to come at us real quick.
Tell me about your team, and maybe especially the defense. Serge, you've got a whole new set of defensemen from 1986 when you last won the Stanley Cup, and yet they're getting the job done.
Yeah, they're getting the job done. I think we're a very good team to move the puck out of our zone. They're doing some very, very good spread out, and I do believe our defense was probably underrated by the other team since the beginning of the playoffs.
Wayne Gretzky said today that he'd like to go after your defense. Do you think that can be done?
Well, that's what they did. That's what Quebec did. That's what Buffalo did, and New York Islanders did, and we came winner. I think what we did real well with this team, we could adjust ourselves to all kind of styles.
Well, good luck this evening.
Thank you very much.
Canadiens GM Serge Savard up in the broadcast booth tonight with their thoughts on Game 4. Bob Cole, Dick Irvin, and Harry Neal. Fellas.
Thank you, Ron. Well, there's no doubt about it. The Los Angeles Kings have backed themselves into a bit of a corner here at the Great Western Forum. Harry, they've been back to the drawing board, I'm sure, over the past 24 hours. What do you think they've come up with?
Well, first of all, they have to start the game on time. Game 3, they gave the Montreal Canadiens 25 minutes and 3 goals before they started the play. They also have to utilize their team speed. I haven't seen it in this series like I did against Toronto. They say they're going to play more physically. That's easier said than done. But I do think it's a must. And they have to get some people in front of Patrick Roy and make sure he doesn't see all the shots. But don't forget this. How many times have we said it, and how many times has it been true? When it's on the line, look out for number 99.
Dick, Harry mentioned the physical part of the Kings game. I'm sure the Canadians are ready for something like that, too.
But just as Serge said, Bob, everybody has said that when they become down to Montreal in the playoff series. But you know, the Canadians, they talk about they can be roughed up. They've got some fellows on their team who can handle that pretty well. I think this series, these last couple of games, proving the worth of a Mike Keane. John LeClair, big guy, big goal the other night. And Lyle Odeline, an unsung type of hockey player, defenseman, who doesn't mind the rough going. So they'll be ready. They always have been.
And as Serge Savard said, this is a must game for the Los Angeles Kings. The opening face-off when we come back. This is Stanley Cup hockey from Inglewood, California.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains of majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Warren Wiebe. The officials for tonight's
The
game.
Los Angeles Kings and the Montreal Canadiens in Game 4 from the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. The officials are on the ice and ready to get this one going. Here's Patrick Roy. The Canadians feel confident they're going to win this series, and this man is their reason for that confidence. He's having a vintage Patrick Roy playoff. Kelly Rudy continues to be the most upbeat Los Angeles King. He feels it's LA's turn for a break or two. He says, we're not done yet. The Canadians are going to start Desjardins and Schneider on the defense. Leclerc, the hero of the last game, scoring in overtime. Muller and Bellows. And for LA, it's going to be McSorley and Mark Hardy. Reichel with Curry. They're starting up front. Curry moves into center ice. And the Shootchuck is on the right wing. And here's Andy Van Hellemond, the referee for tonight's game. By the way, on the lines will be Jerry Gauthier and Kevin Collins. And Game 4 is underway. Shot in back of the net. It is Bellows trying to keep it in. Schneider takes a high shot over the right shoulder of Rudy. Into the glass, and the puck ends up in the center ice area. Canadians dump it ahead. Here's Hardy. Passes the puck up on an open wing. The Kings were about to make changes. Bellows shot it up over the line. Here comes Leclerc against McSorley. McSorley bumped him lightly in the corner. He fell. Leclerc gets a chance. He comes in front of the net. A scramble, and it's knocked away by Rudy. Canadians from center. Schneider fires it in there. Comes off the divider on the glass. Right to Hardy. And Hardy saw Gretzky, who's on for the first time. He got it. Sandstrom in there. And Sandstrom couldn't get on track to get a shot away. Gretzky setting one up quickly for Sandstrom, who was in, or appeared to be in for a drive, but couldn't quite get the puck on the blade of his stick as he skated at the net.
Well, Harry, they might be trying to play it physically. As soon as Van Hellemond dropped the puck, maybe a half second before, Warren Reichel clobbered Brian Bellows over the back of the helmet. Carried it on after that. Then we had the hit along the boards on the other side.
Marty McSorley and Big John LeClaire have a big-time collision early in the game here. And LeClaire, like he's done so often in these playoffs, Dick, comes out of the corner with the puck and creates a bit of a chance. Kelly Rudy made the save. But it's one thing to say you're going to be tougher. It's another thing to be tougher against this Montreal defense. They move the puck well. They pass it very well. They can carry it. And most of all, they recognize danger. And when the play isn't there, they don't spend a lot of time hunting for it.
Gretzky remains at center. Loach is on the left flank, and he's number 29. Canadians get the puck out of his zone. Out to center, a 2-on-1 right off the bat. Roland going for the net. Shot off the goal post. Ronan was in front open, but the shot by Carbonell came very close to going by, and the short side, it hit the post.
Well, the LA defense are a pinching group of defensemen to try and keep the forecheck alive. And the chance you take against an experienced puck-handling crew like the Canadians are is that you get trapped, and you can see Rob Blake trapped badly here. Carbonell elects to shoot it. He's got Kelly Rudy beaten on the short side, but he hits the outside of the post, and a good opportunity is wasted by the Montreal Canadiens.
And the face-off to the right of Kelly Rudy. No score, minute 26 into the first period. Canadians with one great scoring chance. Carbonell hitting the post. Now from center, it's shot back in. Conacher, number 15, along the boards, took his man out of the play. Blake back to the net. He'll take a bump. Shakes that off goal. Blake takes the puck. One hands it up to Gretzky. Gretzky will turn back with it as Carbonell is very close to Gretzky now. And he'll watch him. Penalty coming up right off the bat. There's a penalty call. And it's going to be against Conacher, maybe, of Los Angeles. It's a cross-checking call. Conacher moving over.
Carbonell took Gretzky into the boards right in front of the LA bench. Conacher didn't like it and gave the Montreal player a cross-check. A silly penalty, especially when your team wants to get it going. Gretzky's knocked down there by Carbonell, and there's Conacher coming in. Carbonell hasn't seen the puck since he took the shot that hit the post, and Conacher takes the cross-check.
2 minutes, cross-check.
And here's a place where they look for a Dave Taylor. He's not dressed tonight.
Well, Dave Taylor has done a great job. He's got 2 short-handed goals these playoffs. Out with a bad shoulder.
It'll be Gretzky and Curry. Canadians win the draw. Schneider fed it ahead. John Foose into the corner with it. Centered. Fellows came very close. He was in front all alone, unchecked. Tried to knife one high. Gretzky is bumped by Schneider. Lost his step, and he backs up to pick it up. Canadians back. Power play for Montreal, the first one of the game. Here they come. Fellows takes it near center and gets it over the line. The pass in on the wing, and Don Foose is hit by McSorley. Gretzky takes over, and he comes out of the zone. Poke it up to Curry. Curry is going into the shot. He missed the net with that drive. Here's another one by Sador. Gretzky slapped at it. And the puck is shot to the line, and out to center comes Don Foose. Don Foose moving up. Hit it in on the right side. It'll come around the boards to the corner, but that's on the offside. And the play was whistled dead.
Go back to Saturday. Brian Bellows' game plan didn't involve hockey. He was supposed to be married on Saturday, June the 5th. He had to postpone it. The wedding was to be in Minneapolis. It will take place in early July, I understand. He had a chance. He scored a goal very much on a play, very much like this, Harry, the other night with the tip-in on the power play, the first goal of the game. That went up over the net.
Well, Wayne Gretzky made it public. He wants his team to be more aggressive in the newspapers, and he's been clunked twice here early in this game.
1 minute, 5 seconds left in the penalty. The Canadians on the attack. Mahler's shot, gloved by Rudy. He holds it. And there's no doubt about it, they're playing a physical first 3 minutes of this game.
Here's the shot by Haller. It's off the net, but it's caught by Kelly Rudy. A smart play. Look at the Montreal forwards, 2 of them looking for a rebound. And Kelly Rudy has been tested with a couple of saves. Patrick Roy has not seen the puck since the warm-up.
asked Kelly after the game the other night what impressed him with Montreal. He said, well, Al Arbor mentioned they use everybody, but he said, I like the way they use everybody. Likes the way. He notices the way they use everybody on offense, Harry, all five. From a goaltender's view, but that's what he sees.
LeBeau wins the draw back to the line. Schneider feeding it into the corner. Player on the ice again for the Canadians. And Keane in the corner. Coming out front of the net. Now back of the goal, centered it. Kings cover up. Waters backhands a high one on the glass. It bounces down to him again. Claire holds them. And there's no further play in the LA zone. And now 38 seconds left in the penalty to Conacher.
Well, you mentioned, Bob, that that Dave Taylor's out. Charlie Huddy's out, too. He got hit in the first shift of the game on Saturday night by Mike Keane. He's tied for the top spot in the team plus-minus of +9. He's on most of the penalty-killing situations, and when they need some good defensive work in the last part of a game or period, he's out there. They'll miss Charlie Huddy and Dave Taylor a lot more than you might think. Not so much offensively, but defensively.
Face off to the right of Rudy. Dumb boost out of position. They do not drop it. Muller will be in to take this face off for the Canadians against Gary Curry. Canadians have had 2 shots so far in the power play. Here's another one coming in. Deflected away from the net. Rudy was down for a bit. Got back up. The Canadians center it. And he gets all the way back to Desjardins. He threw it in back to the net. Bellows there, centering it. Stopped by McSorley. It's knocked down at the line by Desjardins. Good pressure here by the Canadians. Blake is in there with a hard hit on the boards. And the penalty is 15 seconds remaining. Muller given a hit in on the boards. Coming out, Canadians. Desjardins up over the LA line. He dropped it back to Shuchuk. And McSorley is there. Another hard hit by McSorley. Near the line, McSorley gets it out into the neutral ice area. The penalty is over now. The Kings have killed it. Yes, they do want to play rough. Look at Granato in there, and he nailed his man. Eric Desjardins back to the net. The Kings bring it in. Conacher in front. Here's the penalty coming up to Desjardins. The Kings have the puck. Rudy is out of the net. They'll try to get the extra man on, but no time for that. The Canadians pick it up. And the penalty is being called, and when we come back, the Kings will have their first power play. Dino coming up to center ice. He gets over the LA line. Pietro was in there. He didn't see the pass. Went in back to the net. Now he sees it. And Robitaille got him off. Kings out. Gordon Stray down the ice. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the first period. No score. Montreal moving out. And as Lehman trying to get in the slot area. Lost control of it. Trying to kick it loose. And the Kings get it up to center. Blake, the defenseman, rolled it over the line. They just can't get anything going with any flow. Muller is back in for Montreal. A shot on the short side. Didn't miss by much. It comes back to center again. No score, first period. It is Donnelly trying to pick it up, but he won't. Keane, pass a little bit too far for him. Around the net, Jitnik, he can dance with it. Comes over center, backhands it in, got away from Keane's hit. Keane went in on the boards. 18 seconds left in the penalties, and the Canadians are in again. Looking for the first goal is Keane. Keane on the board. He's bumped again. Jitnik hit him. Here's Gretzky to the blue line. Ambles to center, takes his time as he goes over the line. Now the pass. Rebound. Oh, made a big save. Still no score. Sandstrom keeps it in. Ran over his man, but lost the puck. It's shot by Gretzky out over the line. Gretzky looking for it. Slapped it away. Sandstrom back at center ice. He's moving up. He shoots it in. Coming up to 7 minutes of action in the first period and no score yet. Sliding by everybody down the ice. Chuck racing back. He made the dangerous move in front of his own net and got away with it. And up to center and in goes McSorley. Pass to Granato. Granato can't find range. And the Canadians again. Trying to get out of it. Lose it. Granato with a chance in the backhand, but no shot. Wrapped on the boards near the Canadian line, and here's Carbonneau over center and in. Carbonneau gets set. In with a shot. Rebound. And it's booted away from the crease. Switching now. And the Kings come back. It's bounced into the corner, and out is Waugh. Michael was in there, and the Canadians have it. They shoot it down to the LA line. Tim Waters made it back again. 7 minutes, 40 seconds gone in the first. Scoreless. Here in the game 4. Sador knocked it loose. 2 Canadians were at center ice, and they can't pick it up. The Kings do. Muller gets back. And it's LePere. He saw Bellows up there and failed to hit him with the pass. That's icing called against Montreal. With 8 minutes exactly gone in the first period. No score yet.
Chance is coming. A nice little pass here to Zhitnik. Patrick Waugh makes a big stop with his foot and then just takes one away from Thomas Sampson.
Face off to the right of Patrick Waugh now. Won by the Kings. Sador has to push it into the corner. Roll back to the net. Muller can't get it out. They hit a skate now. Goes by Curry down the ice. Curry back for Sador. He'll have to hurry. Muller end up bumping. Robitaille takes the pass. And now McSorley. Up to Curry. Curry and Granado go up over the line. Curry in on a sharp angle. Hit it off the boards. It's back to the net. Granado trying to catch up. Sador was in deep. And it's Granado's pass. Curry trying to knock it out of the air. Missed it. Robitaille in there. Missed his man. Slammed into the boards. The Canadians get it up. Bellows was there near center. Knocked it down and shot it in. Nearing 9 minutes of play in the first period, and still no score. DiPietro in there watching McSorley bucking. And it's Gretzky setting it up for McSorley. And Sandstrom shoots. Rebound. Right in front of the net. Stopped up the line. Kept in. Sandstrom lost it. And 3 Canadians nearly got a break with only Zhitnik back. Zhitnik backs up. It's Gretzky. Gretzky made it into Loach. Lonnie Loach dropped it back. Here's Loach going right in. Can't get a shot. Kings looking good on that rush. It's cut in by Gretzky. Looking dangerous here. Gretzky gets set. Back to the line of the pass. Zhitnik. A shot off his stick. Gretzky after it on the boards and bumped by DiPietro. And it's grabbed by the Kings. They keep it in. In front of the slot. Shot. Missed. Gretzky tried to hook it and missed it. Now Gretzky in the corner. He was bumped and the puck is knocked down the ice. But the Kings had a lot of pressure on the Canadians there. And that shift. That is icing against Montreal. Still no score.
Well, Wayne Gretzky made a couple of good passes. That's the kind of forechecking the LA Kings have showed in these playoffs, and it's one of the reasons they got this far. But let me tell you this. Defensemen had better be careful, Dick. They've been caught 3 times already. 1 2-on-1 takes the wind out of a lot of forechecking sails. Lonnie Loach gets a beautiful opportunity here and seems to lose control as he heads across and has Patrick Waugh down and out. Never does get the shot. Wayne Gretzky suggested that the Kings do a lot more hitting, especially on the Montreal defense corps. And even he contributed one there. Don't think it hurt, but the intention was right.
Mellon, number 23, against LeBeau, 47 for the Canadians. A long shot. Hit a leg and bounced wide of the net. Mellon trying to come out front through the pass back to the corner. Conquer back to the net. With Mellon, that comes up the side of the net, and LeBeau takes over. And a pass ahead. The Canadians dump it out to Keane. At center ice, Keane is moving up over the line. Shot it in along the boards. LeBeau against big Mark Hardy. Hardy stopped him. McSorley cut it ahead. And Conacher comes back to center ice. Shoots it from there. Waugh blocked it on the boards behind the net. Pretty good play from his legs. They move it away, but it's still in there. Daniel trying to stop Donnelly, who fell on the puck. Got back up. Play continues now. Andy Van Hellemond calls the play. And there'll be a face-off. I think it'll be inside the line to the right of the wall.
When you get to the Stanley Cup final, you've got to win home games and road games. And Jacques Demers and the Canadians have done just that. Win the road games. And since they lost the second of the 2 straight they lost in Quebec, start this playoff year. How about that? 6 games, 5 wins.
11 of their 14 victories, 9 of them in overtime, Dick, have been 1-goal decisions. Now, is that luck or is that just a solid team that knows how to play, keep it close, and kill those guys in overtime?
Well, Harry, you mentioned to me when this series began, off bike, I guess. How many more 1-goal games can the Canadians win? They're answering you.
Only 2 more.
They decided that the Kings caused the stoppage, and the faceoff comes outside the line. Middle line picks it up, skates along his own blue line before shooting at the center. Muller trying to go in. LeClaire gets his shot, takes it away. Another shot. That one missed. Border line from the blue line. Pass ahead. Here's Bellows shooting. Coming in the short side is Rudy, and she touched in. He's forced to make a play quickly, and the net is over on top of the goaltender.
Kelly Rudy was in the net, and I think Marty McSorley was the culprit. When the puck got behind the net and kind of under the back of it, McSorley and the Montreal player knocked it over. And Rudy, of course, was worried about the puck, and it might go in. McSorley playing without a stick. You can see the Suchuk trying to hand him his. Now there is the net coming down, and Kelly Rudy in the burst stage there for a few seconds. Fortunately, that crossbar didn't come down on the back of the head.
Well, Kelly's been beaten twice in overtime. That's the quickest 2 straight overtime wins by one team by 2 teams in the history of the Stanley Cup. 51 seconds and 34 seconds. Never been done before in 2 consecutive games that quickly.
No score, first period. 9:05 left. Score! Right off that face-off, and Rudy was shocked. He didn't move at all, was not ready, I don't think. The low shot along the glove side.
Kirk Muller did the job. And you're right, Bob. Low glove side inside the post. And the Canadians just past the halfway point take the lead as Muller beats Yari Curry in every way you can beat somebody on the center ice play.
It's all right to lose the draw, but when you lose the man and the draw, this is what can happen. And Kelly Rudy, Bob, you're right, wasn't quite ready for it. The defensive center has to stay with the offensive center wherever the puck goes.
That was Yari Curry on the face-off with him.
A very uncharacteristic mental mistake by Yari Curry.
So it's 1-0 Montreal. Muller's 9th of the playoffs.
Montreal goal,
57 the time. It's unassisted, of course, as he won the face-off.
Unassisted.
He in there and ripped the low shot. It wasn't a hard shot.
Canadians goal scored by the
On the ice, 1-0 Montreal.
Unassisted. 57.
10:57 the time, and the Canadians are out there again with Bellows open. Pass was stopped by Rudy. Robitaille played it up on the right wing. Kings come back in. This is Curry with the puck and going in. Turns back to the blue line. Now shovel the puck ahead. It was centered across the net. And the Canadians get it out. Curry falling, scooped it back. Kings now back on their heels a little bit on that goal by the Canadians. Looked like a harmless play right from the face-off. Muller just went in and shot it. Now LeClaire gets a shot. This is easily deflected, and it's over the glass into the crowd. 1-0, the Canadians with the first goal.
Muller looking at the referee's hand. That was a planned play. Yari Curry slow to try to win the draw, then wouldn't take Muller, and the score's 1-0. Curry 1 win, 5 losses on the face-off, and Kirk Muller must have known that Curry was letting him go on the draw to pull that play.
Kings win this face-off, but don't get it out. Carbonell gets a shot. And the Canadians stay on it. Brunet slides one at the net. Brunet again. Carbonell gets a shot away. Great save by Rudy on that one. Carbonell looked like he was going to make it 2-0 for the Canadians. But Rudy made a big stop there. The Kings cannot afford to let the Canadians score the next one.
What a great matchup, though. Carbonell against Gretzky when they play 5-on-5. And Carbonell's had a couple of good chances already to score here. And he gets another one here as Wayne Gretzky kicks the puck right to him. Rudy makes a good stop. But when we see Carbonell against Gretzky, we have the captain fighting the captain, the 3-time Selke Trophy winner playing against the 9-time Art Ross Trophy winner. 11-year veteran in Carbonneau against a 13-year man in Gretzky. It's a match race in this horse race.
Shots are 11-3 in favor of the Canadians. And over the last 6 minutes, the Canadians have outshot the Kings 7-1. Kings had one flurry, I recall. Sampson had a chance. Donato had a chance. Roach had a chance. And then Kurt Muller silenced everybody. Now very quiet here now at the Great Western Forum. And they're scared. Canadians, the first goal. They're coming up. Again, DiPietro. In for the goaltender, but then Rudy recovered. Made a big move to stop that one. It was a good play. DiPietro again coming in. The pass back into the slot. And the Kings come back to pick it up. Here they go. Donnelly races to center. He's coming in there. Dropped it to Millen. Millen had to skate back to pick it up, and the Canadians were there, and they get the puck out. Sador brings it in again. Sador and Donnelly. Sador by himself now, and he banged on that shot over the line, tapped his stick. And the Canadians bring it out. The Bull got to center ice and was caught by Sador, who comes back around the net. I think he'll want to go with it. Oh, a long pass. Should have gone with it. It was intercepted easily by Don Bruce. Canadians in there again. It's knocked into the corner out of harm's way. Back in front, and a Bull missed that one. Long shot by Desjardins. Now Wayne Gretzky will pick it up and bring it up. Gretzky along the boards, and he's got some speed up going there. Shot it into the corner around the net, and Waugh played it right to Loach, who was coming in. However, he lost it, and the Canadians get it out again. They move it up over the line. This is Don Foose. Easily checked and back to the net by Waters, and Curry back. Curry's long pass to Schuster. Up with Ronnie Loach, and Ronnie Loach bangs on it near center ice. Lost his stick in the process. As the Canadians pick it up at center. Bello ran into Robitaille and knocked him down. Rudy fired one on the boards, trying to get it out himself, and it's brought to center ice. In goes Curry. Curry looking to go for the net on the backhand, and he missed with that shot. Robitaille after Leclerc. Leclerc in the corner, and all crossed up, then recovered and shot it down the ice. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left in the period. Crowd wanted racing. That was Wade Dock. Canadians won on the Kurt Muller goal on a face-off. Kings nothing. Robitaille in. Robitaille along the blue line. Long shot. Already. Not that. The rebound was there. Nobody could cash in. And the Canadians out again, led by DiPietro over the line. Dropped it back. And there's Carson. Carson coming to center. The pass in over the line. Conacher's drive. And he missed. But it'll be Robitaille again. From the blue line, his shot is blocked, and down the ice it goes. 4:45 left to play in the first period. Canadians lead 1-0. 12-4 are the shots in favor of Montreal. Reichel over center. Again, shooting it in. Conacher trapped it on the board. Slipped it in back to the net where Oderline was waiting. Carson was behind, and the Canadians get it out. Two of them skate by Reichel. But Sador recovered and got it up to Conacher. He's with Jimmy Carson on his right. Conacher coming in. Pass into Reichel. He didn't see it. He was going for the net. Carson had his man tied up, and the Canadians get the puck out. Carbonneau coming up with Ronan. Ronan carries the puck in for Carbonneau. Carbonneau in the corner. Trying to whip it over in front of the net. And it's centered. And Greenlander and the Kings are out. Down goes Gretzky. He had to shoot it, picking it up quickly outside the line. And he just played it in. Donnelly was there, but couldn't stop it. Sandstrom dropped it back to his own blue line. With 3:45 remaining in the opening period, the Canadians still leading 1-0. Kurt Muller, the unassisted goal. Alexei Zhitnik comes back as Blake, again, dealing out a heavy check near center ice. And here's Donnelly with Gretzky on his left. Gretzky to pass! And Sandstrom banned on the perfect setup, cutting at the net. In back to the goal. It's centered! Draw down! And they keep it out. Zhitnik on the board. Backhands it right to Carbonneau. And the play is called. Another penalty coming up against Montreal as the Kings again come close. Sandstrom set up, but he fanned on it.
The penalty box. The Kings need an edge here if they can get it because Montreal has outplayed them, outshooting them 12-5. Canadians in control, but now they're killing the penalty.
And they get out with it. Zitnik backed off. Now Gretzky brings it back in. Whipped a pass into Sandstrom. He had to reach for it. Now he rolls it along the line. Blake in on a weak backhander. It goes off Waugh back to the net. Blake and Gretzky are back there. Gretzky tosses one out to Zitnik. He'll give it to Gretzky again. Gretzky waits. Comes to the net with a pass. Blake was in a bit too far. Blake hanging off the blue line. Now it's Sandstrom to Gretzky. Out to Blake. Blake, trouble controlling it. Zitnik. Zitnik on the line. Good box set up by the Canadians. On the outside, and they just move it around. Zitnik had his man dropped. Now the shot. Into the crowd it goes. Muller dropped. And Zitnik faked the shot, but he had plenty of time to get up. And then caused the deflection.
Yeah, good recovery by Kurt Muller. Well, Barry Melrose and the Kings have a little bit of hockey history going against them, as you can see, when a team leads 2-1 in a Stanley Cup final. The last 33 times, they have gone on to win 28 of those times.
The Montreal penalty-killing forwards intimidate the life out of the point man for L.A. They can't shoot because the forward's right in the way of the shot. So they have to pass it or move before they can shoot it. And as a result, they're getting no chances from the blue line on the power play.
Gretzky on the face-off. Robitaille is checked and can't move on the puck. Fedor, however, stopped it and kept it in. Robitaille took the high stick. It goes right on, and Fedor along the line with it. It's shot into Sandstrom. Gretzky is back in the net. Sandstrom falling. And Brune had a chance to clear it. Waited too long. Out caught. Gretzky gave it away. Tried to shoot it back to the blue line and didn't get enough on it. And it was intercepted. 45 seconds left in the penalty. 1-0 Montreal. Pass through center ice. McSorley is up there. McSorley gets the zone, and now along the boards into the corner. Shot it back to the net. It comes to Gretzky. Gretzky waiting. Trying to find somebody open at the side of the net. There it is, but the Canadians clear it to the line. Not out. Fedor trapped it. McSorley's shot deflected at the side of the net. Gretzky can't move on it. And it's Brune coming back against Granado. In back of the goal, the Kings come up with it. Robitaille got all in front, and it's trapped up the line. Canadians do not clear it. McSorley kept it in. It is centered, hit a skate. Robitaille takes it. Back to the line, the shot, and that misses. The penalty now is over, but the Kings keep the heat on. Now the Canadians get it out with 1 minute left, and here's a break from Schneider. Stopped by Rudy. Big save by Kelly Rudy right there. With less than a minute to go in the period, Schneider on a breakaway. And couldn't beat Rudy. It is 1-0 Montreal with 45 seconds to play in the period. And Keane is up, dropping it back. Turning away is Dom Foose. Back in front, LeBeau and Keane. Dom Foose with the puck. Dom Foose centers it. Curry has it. 35 seconds left. Donnelly tucks the pass through center. Now comes up on the play, but he can't handle it. And three Canadians storm back. They get up over the line with Dom Foose carrying in, and there's Curry. He missed it. 20 seconds left in the period. Zitnik back for L.A. Over the line on the offside. Donnelly on the left wing was ahead of the play as Zitnik went along the blue line, and only 14 seconds left in the period.
Good heads-up play by Eric Desjardins, Harry, to send Matthew Schneider away as he realized Schneider had just come out of the penalty box right there.
And a lovely play by Schneider to stay on side as it was nearly a two-line pass. And Kelly Rudy makes a good play, too, to make it the hat trick of good plays. Look where he is out of the net. I don't think Schneider could see much of the twine.
Just 14 seconds left in playing time here in this first period, and when it's all over, the coach will be in his corner, Don Cherry, along with Ron McLean, and we'll have our regular look at Conn Smythe winners. This time, a guy named Mario Lemieux we're looking at from last year.
Hardy shoots the puck in. 6 seconds left in the period. Canadians try to kill the clock now. It's played off the boards down the ice. And the horn goes to end the first period here in Game 4. Kurt Muller won a face-off, skated away from Curry, went in on the net, and scored.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by Pepsi. Gotta have it.
Tell you one thing, Jacques Demers got to be happy. Kirk Muller's finally going.
Kirk Muller's finally going. Kirk Muller's finally going. He got 2 assists, tied up the guy in the front for the overtime. What do you mean, finally going?
Well, I've been a lot
give you
of talk, but
swat.
Kirk's not scored.
Geez,
so.
he gets 2 assists the last game, gets this first one. By the way, Curry, you know, I used to do that once in a while with Middleton, but I only did it once. I let him take the face-offs in the other end, center ice, but never in my end. Because, you know, they don't know what to do. They're okay. They just want the draw. Good centerman would have had that. Bad, just do it in the other team's end. Anyhow, that's the Mighty Ducks. And I guess they got 17. You got it? There it is there. They got 17,000.
Hold it steady.
All right.
It's a live shot.
Not off. You like that?
That's the goalie mask into a duck bill. I'm not sure I like it, but they say that'll sell more than any other.
Good. Let me get an
photo.
elephant or something.
And the Panthers out, too. They unveiled that.
Holloway
We'll show you as we
13.
move along during the course of the telecast.
17,005. They got a lot of seats. I hear it's a great building. They're going to call it Ducks on the Pond. They're going to call it the Pond. And so that's so what.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we got thing. I get a lot of letters from guys, the Army guys over in Bosnia. What are they doing over there? What are they doing?
Yugoslavia.
Anyhow,
Peacekeeping.
they're a little upset that they're not getting the credit. That must be an awful thing over there. You know, it's not a war, it's a war. I don't know what they're doing there. Anyhow, we got a little thing. We want to show it. A little support for the boys. No, I'm not getting in trouble for that, am I?
No, absolutely
good.
not. They
Let's
deserve
just
our
run
support.
it. Let's see it right now.
This was, I'll tell you a little bit of the story. It started with the Croatian
Go, Leafs,
effort,
go.
and then it went to Bosnia, Herzegovina.
Oh, that's the Leafs on the
Canadians.
right side.
Yes.
All right. And then we got here, I don't waka, waka, waka. I don't know what that means. Anyhow, that's
To you, I believe.
Oh, yeah? A wise guy, eh? Go ahead, let's go. We're still going. I don't know what they're going to get in a fist fight here.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's good. Way to go, guys. We're thinking of you.
I got show and tell continues here. I got a little something from
What's
the
this?
program, which you could buy tonight here at the Forum in Inglewood for $4.
I know who that
US.
is.
They were sold out before the game the other night. That's Don Kozak.
And I'm going to tell you, I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
You can go ahead.
6 seconds into the playoffs, a record. I remember we had Cheevers in the net, and Milbury's on the left side. So they dropped the puck. Okay, guys, let's go. 1-0.
April 17th, 1977,
6 seconds.
and the Kings won that night 7-4.
Yeah, well, we come back and put them out anyhow. It doesn't make any difference. Cheevers, yeah, 7 goals. I think I pulled and put in somebody, Davey Reese, I think. Anyhow, again, can I just quickly bring up the big brawl yesterday?
Yes.
Seattle and the Orioles. I thought broken collarbone. Not bad. Cut. Blue Jays and California. And you hear what Stewart said after the Blue Jay game?
No.
Stick up for the teammates. That's the nature of the game.
In fact, last night on ESPN, you were on CBS at 11:30 last night in Los Angeles with
yeah,
Tommy
Jim Hall.
Lasorda.
Yes, Tommy Lasorda and Roy Firestone. I was on with Kareem. I call him Kareem today. Jeez, he's
With
tall.
Roy Firestone today, right?
Yep.
Tall stories there. Anyway, you were on CBS last night, so I'm watching ESPN, and
Tall stories.
you
What?
didn't see it, but they said about the baseball thing, when a guy throws it ahead, I'd be disappointed if the batter didn't come after the pitch, and I couldn't believe it. And they got a little problem started over there.
Well, again, like, you know,
silly.
just a minute. This is what it's been in baseball for 60 years. And that's the way they work it. We had the same thing taken care of guys before. And I'm going to go back to Pittsburgh, the Islander game. Do you remember Kasperitis? I was embarrassed for Mario. He was on his knees, and the little Russian was whacking him around and stuff like that. Now, everybody said, whatever. Well, everybody said, where was Tocchet? Why didn't Tocchet? Now, 3 or 4 years ago, Tocchet would have went in and just given him a smack and it would have been all over. But he couldn't now because of the rules. And that's what hurt. It's open season on our Stars.
We're right out of time.
All
You
right.
show the thing?
Yes,
Roll it,
sure.
Larry, and we'll get out with
Out
this.
of time. I just get started. Now, folks, watch this here. Now, watch Keane come over to the boards. Now,
2
watch
nights
this.
ago.
2 nights. Well, of course, it was the overtime goal. Now, watch. There's Denny Savard right there. Watch Keane come over, roll up his sleeves. Watch this now. It's number 18 he's got on there. Yeah, we did it for Denny, and he gives him a big kiss. Actually, the reason I put it on there was because I want to show some other guys kiss guys besides me.
Absolutely. The kisser in baseball and the kisser in hockey is 2 different things.
Not nice.
If I hear you, a diamond's a real man's best friend, and this installment of the Coach's Corner.
That's nice.
on Molson Hockey Night in Canada.
Those who battled for hockey's ultimate honor are enshrined in hockey's Hall of Fame. Tonight, Ford of Canada, a proud sponsor of the new hall, relives another great playoff performance. Super Mario the franchise follows this.
It took him a while to figure it out. There's no point looking for the important things in life on a map. So before he found that little hideaway at the end of an unmarked road, Brad found himself in an Explorer, the best-selling sport utility in Canada.
In the 1990s, hockey greatness has taken Route 66 to Pittsburgh. Mario Lemieux has accepted the mantle and has refined the standards by which those in the spotlight are judged. Early in his career, many saw limitless potential. In April 1991, Mario sprung forward, overcoming physical obstacles, and counted 44 points in the ensuing 8 weeks, leading the Penguins to their first taste of Lord Stanley's buzz. As Bob Cole said, oh, baby. And if you like that performance, 1 year later, a mirror image of greatness. Again, Mario overcame physical misfortune and played a major role as the Pens rewrote the history of their franchise with a dominating final. Mario's numbers are in the books forever. His courage will be our most cherished memory. Ford of Canada, a founding sponsor of the new Hockey Hall of Fame.
We know we see all the men you have to be, just how much you give, all the lives you live.
From Gillette Sensor Technology comes the Gillette Series, shaving, aftershave, and deodorant products to help a man look, feel, and be his best. The Gillette Series with Gillette Sensor, it's redefining men's grooming.
The letter you got from Bendini, Lambert, and Locke was the only one sent out. We want you.
The most talked about suspense novel of recent time.
We keep each other's secrets.
Is now the motion picture event of the summer.
4 dead lawyers out of 41.
Paramount Pictures presents Tom Cruise.
If we run, they find us.
Nobody has ever left us. Nobody.
The Firm. Starts Wednesday, June 30th, everywhere.
It took me about 25 years to see things the way I do now. And I think I'm still learning. One thing that a customer should get is the feeling that he is the most important person in the place. At your service. You open your place to people more with American Express. It's easier. I couldn't really put it any other way.
American Express is welcome to Harry's Bar and just about anywhere else.
Hi, I'm Tom Harrington with a great game you can play this Stanley Cup season. Enter the Newswatch Hockey Pool and you could win one of 20 pairs of Bauer skates, courtesy of L'Amphitheatre Bell. Just tell us which team you think will win the Stanley Cup and in how many games. Send your answers in on a postcard to the Newswatch Hockey Pool, 1400 René Lévesque Boulevard East, room B96-1, Montreal, Quebec.
Get all the Stanley Cup details on Newswatch, weekdays at 5:30 and 6 on CBC Montreal, your Stanley Cup station.
Take a look at a real superstar, the 9.3 Aerosport, with air conditioning, automatic 4-speed transmission, driver's side airbag, and plenty of room. Not to mention a real sporty look at no extra cost, thanks to running boards, a front spoiler, and aluminum wheels. The Aerosport is also very versatile, and only at $16,495. It's easy to get behind the wheel of this superstar. At this price, we're out of here.
George Ford and Mercury dealers, more and more for you.
This portion of Molson Hockey Night in Canada on CBC was brought to you by Ford of Canada. Quality is job one. It's working.
Welcome back to the Great Western Forum in Inglewood, California. Bob Cole with Harry Neal and Dick Irvin in the broadcast booth. And period number 2 coming up. Kirk Muller got the only goal of the first, unassisted, right on a face-off. He won the draw from Curry, walked around Curry, and he just rolled it into the far side by Kelly Rudy. 13-6, the shots in favor of Montreal in the first period.
Ronald Reagan coming to the game. He, like a lot of LA Kings, missed the first period. Mary Hart was there. She had not a bad period. LA, the only good news, Dick, after the first 20 minutes, they were completely outplayed, is they're only down 1 goal.
And the Canadians pick it up and shoot it in. But this time it'll be icing as they try to go on the attack. Winning the face-off in center ice. Icing called against the Canadians. It'll come back.
Well, there's the ice time in the first period. Blake played the most of the LA defensemen. Gretzky played a little more. That brings him up to 26 or 7 minutes if it continues. Charbonneau against Gretzky, 3:30. The face-offs, 10 wins, 8 losses for Montreal. Muller, the best. Curry took the most and didn't do a very good job, especially on the goal.
Face off to the right of Patrick Roy. Conacher and Muller square off on this one. Two players slam into each other before the puck is dropped. Shoot, Chuck, and Bellows. They'll line up again. Here we go. Shoot, Chuck. They go off his stick high, and it got out over the line. The Indians dump it in on the glass. Shoot, Chuck comes back against Leclerc. Shoot, Chuck lost the puck. It's back to the net. Now he gets it again. Around the goal goes McSorley. Tried to move it out. Couldn't. Here's a chance. And the backhander by Leclerc missed by a fair margin. Rolled inside the Montreal blue line. Shoot, Chuck in against Dignol. He played it quickly up on the boards, and Conacher blocked it. Odeline racing over there. Conacher after him. Conacher gets the puck. Odeline again, and Conacher fighting for it. Reichel giving a bump in the corner, but he comes up with the puck. He fired it up the net and scramble, and Wall got his glove on it in the crease area, and the goaltender hangs on.
Well, Don and Ron talked about the Mighty Ducks and their new logo. There's a full camera close-up of it. Mixed reaction, I think, here in Los Angeles to that. There's their colors, home and away. Very similar to the Sharks.
I like the home uniforms, the white ones. I don't know about those purple babies.
A lot of people say it's Friday the 13th. I still say it looks like Donald.
It does. That's what it's supposed to look like.
That's right.
Just about 1 minute of play in the second period, and the Gretzky line on. Sandstrom on the right. Roach on the left. Another icing call against Montreal. As they'd rather shoot it away rather than take chances inside their own line. And it'll come all the way back again.
Well, Barry Melrose has been a winner, Harry, as a coach. Memorial Cup win in junior hockey in Canada. Calder Cup win last year with Adirondack in the American Hockey League. Medicine Hat was where he was when he won the Memorial Cup. He is trying for quite a hat trick. But his team's going to have to play better than this.
Well, he's done a great job with this team, and there's no question about that. I don't know if you can write them off yet, because they've been written off a half a dozen times this season. Injuries. They had a lot of serious injuries. They had trouble in every round that they won at one time or another. But they're facing a team that rarely beat themselves in the Montreal Canadiens, and it might be too big a challenge.
Gretzky taking off the ice again as Melrose makes a quick change. Face off inside the Canadian line. Habs get it out. Back comes Curry. Circles at his own blue line. There's Curry. There's the puck up and left it for Robitaille. No problem. All the Canadians were back there, and they just shoot it away. The Bull boots one away, and then gets it and rolled it in. Rene can't hang on to that pass. Lost it and back deep in the LA zone. Robitaille with Blake. Bob Blake takes a look around before skating out. The lead pass was a good one to Shuchuk from center ice. Curry brings it up over the line with Robitaille. Robitaille in there, knocks it down, centered it, right in! Turning and shooting was Shuchuk, and he hit the side of the net. He was wide open. He's off now, and Sandstrom is on. Still 1-0 Canadians. Bad pass, and Don Cruz brings it back in over the LA line. McSorley back in the corner. Ahead to Sandstrom. He starts out. Sandstrom to center. Gets up as far as the Canadian line. Dropped it. Robitaille shot off the pads of Roy. And he just left it there. For the Habs defenseman Odeline. Came up and skating away. He goes in over the line. Robitaille off on his sharp angle. Got rid of it around the net as Sidor checked him. Haller moved up from the blue line. It is centered, but here's Gretzky again. Out for L.A. Gretzky's pass up to Sandstrom. He knocked it in over the line, and Waugh cleared it through the blue line. And there's Carbonneau. And again, shoots it down the ice. If Brunet gets to it, no ice. He does not. McSorley touches it. Icing called against Montreal.
The L.A. Kings were outchanced 7-4 in the first period, and they got 3 of those 4 on one little flurry. Suchuk had a nice chance here early in the second, and he tries a turnaround shot. But he doesn't get all the way around on it. It's Patrick Waugh, who was in a tough spot, never did have to make the save.
Game here in Saturday night ended in 34 seconds of overtime. That's the third shortest overtime game played in the history of the Stanley Cup Finals. The two that were shorter, Brian Strudlin scored at 9 seconds in 1986, and Buzz Bull of the Toronto Maple Leafs scored a goal at 31 seconds of a final game against Detroit in 1936. Need I remind you that both Mr. Strudlin and the late Buzz Bull are from Saskatchewan.
3 Canadians on the rush to center ice. Brunet gets over the L.A. line. Tried to go along the boards against Blake. No room. Brunet in there. Blake gave him a shove. He fell down. Blake went off balance. Now goes after the puck again. Canadians keep it in. Very scrappy the way this second period has started out. Brunet shot it in behind the goal. Donnelly over. He can't pick it up. The Canadians keep it in. There's Hardy with it. And Hardy slow moving on it. And now can't get it out. And Donnelly has to come back. The play is called. And it's going to be Hardy going off on this holding penalty. He lost his stick. And he takes a minor penalty.
For 4 years in a row, it's Quebec's best-selling car. We want to make it 5. The Honda Civic, yours from under $10,000 or from $199 a month. Your guaranteed Civic Bond. Honda.
Screaming Eagle. Our products keep you moving as fast as an eagle. Top quality at the lowest price. Featuring bombers from $59. Chaps from $99. Western boots and shoes from $69. Open Sunday. Be there. We're waiting for you. Screaming Eagle. 1424 St. Lawrence Boulevard between de Maisonneuve and St. Catherine.
For 4 years in a row, it's Quebec's best-selling car. We want to make it 5. The Honda Civic, yours from under $10,000 or from $199 a month. Your guaranteed Civic Bond. Honda.
Mark Hardy breaks his stick, Dick. And then he nearly breaks the Montreal player, Keith Carbonneau, I think it was, with a hold. Tackle, whatever you want to call it.
The face-off will be inside the line, where that play stopped on the penalty to Hardy. That's Jerry Gauthier, who went off balance and was knocked down.
Boy, that was a delayed reaction. Non-face-off. McSorley and Bellows were jockeying for position, and they ran right into the back of Gerard Gauthier, who went down with a thud.
Biggest cheer from the crowd so far tonight. They haven't had much to talk about. Montreal 1. L.A. no score. Kirk Muller the goal at 10:57 of the first period. Now a chance for the Canadians to go up 2-0. And the man advantage. Conacher went over and hit his man hard. Brisebois kicks it to center and shoots it in. And on the wing, it slides back off the skate into the corner. Bellows back of the goal. He's checked. Pinching in is Brisebois, but Tim Waters will get a chance to move it out. He does. He gets it out as far as center. Bellows brings it back in now. Bellows pass to the far side. Muller slipped it in on the boards and gets it back, but he missed it. And Curry up there at center ice knocked the Canadian player Schneider down. Montreal moving up, puck into the corner. Brisebois back to the line with it. Schneider shot, rebound, and hopped away from Bellows. Bellows again. Another shot attempt in front. Canadians on it. Bellows once more has to back off. Bellows gets ready. Now the pass to the line. Schneider's shot. Hit a stick. Scramble for it in front of the net. Muller looking for it. Canadians keep it in. It is hammered on the boards into the corner. Bellows again, bumped by Marty McSorley. Don Foose comes in. And in front of the net. They still can't get it out. The pass to Conacher hit a stick and bounced away. And he did get a chance to third. Sorley falling. Centering puck. In back of the net it goes. Bellows again. Great pressure by Canadians now. Pass in front again. Can Curry make it? No. He falls. And the Canadians keep it in. Still on the power play. Team shot. He missed. Rebound. Score! Canadians with 8 seconds left in the penalty to Mark Hardy get a goal to make it 2-0.
All that pressure on the power play. They hadn't had a shot, Harry. In fact, they hadn't had a shot in this period, but they play the rebound off the backboards deep from the Keane shot to Domfus.
Keane misses the net to the right, and it comes out a big fat rebound to Vincent Domfus, who scores his first of the playoffs. So those Montreal Canadian forwards that weren't scoring very often have come to life, and Kelly Rudy had no chance on Vincent Domfus' shot, even though he got a bit of it.
Marty McSorley's picked up a penalty. He was really upset when the goal went in. Now, I watched the replay, but I knew that he was going after either the linesman or the referee, and there he is. He's in the penalty box.
22nd point. Scored by number 25, Vincent Domfus.
Put anything up on the board, so I think he's gone with a misconduct.
And number 28, Eric Desjardins.
Desjardins assisting on the goal by Domfus. Power play goal. 5:24 the time. And it's a 10-minute misconduct penalty against the defenseman McSorley. 2-0, Montreal. Gretzky now coming to center ice. Pass into Sandstrom, who takes the high shot and misses. Reichel fired one. Waugh to save. Gretzky with the puck to the side of the net. Centered it. It was tipped away in front of Waugh and then cleared down the ice. Zhitnik back. Icing called against the Canadians. 2-0. Domfus the goal at 5:24.
Well, the LA Kings just can't seem to get anything going. They've had very few chances. Montreal is playing a patient game, showing lots of poise, and almost daring Barry Melrose LA Kings. Take a chance, boys. Take a chance. You're behind. Next thing you know, they're going to pile up on them with one of those odd man rushes through the neutral zone and put the Kings in a deeper hole than they already are in.
Saw Jacques Demers. He wasn't patient with the photographer down in the area of the Montreal dressing room before the game. The guy was really out of bounds. And Demers, local television cameraman, Demers let him have it. But good. The one-sided argument that ended very quickly. And the photographer disappeared.
Schneider takes over past the net. He was bumped. The Kings keep the puck in. Quick shot is wide. Millen picks it up back of the net. Tried to center it. Donnelly there with him, but the Canadians come up with it. It is centered again. Donnelly can't score. He scores. Donnelly got a second chance. And they get on the board.
Well, that goal was an absolute necessity for the LA Kings. And one of the few times the Montreal Canadiens turned the puck over in their own zone. DiPietro lost it. Patrick Waugh made the first save, but couldn't stop Donnelly on the second one. There's the turnover. Here's the first good stop. Patrick Waugh can't find it before Donnelly does. And the LA Kings have lighted up the Great Western Forum and will be soon see whether it has any effect on the 20 guys that mean the most dressed in white. Another look at it, Dick. Patrick Waugh thought he found it right here.
Well, indeed, this is a different place. We saw it the other night. Montreal was up 3-0, and the Kings weren't doing very much and came to life with the first goal. What happens here?
Big goal for the Kings. Donnelly with a couple of cracks at it. So it's 2-1, and the Kings go on the attack. The backhander is in there. And Sandstrom fanned on a great scoring chance. Reichel has it now. Turning away in the corner. Reichel is tied up and falls to the ice. Gretzky there to pick it up. He goes right on. Gretzky tied up, and the Canadians get it up to Brunet. Stopped by Blake near center. Again, it's the Kings coming in. Sandstrom tied up, going to the corner. Reichel comes in to lend a hand. Kings are fired up now. Along the boards is Rob Blake, and he smashes a hard hit into Daniel, and a push and shove. Gretzky goes after Brisebois. It'll be kept in by Darryl Sador, and Gretzky back of the net. Gretzky coming out. He's in. The shot is blocked. Gretzky has it again. Another shot. The net is off for Boring, and there's going to be a Montreal penalty, I believe, on that stoppage, but Gretzky coming very close to tying it. We'll be back after this.
When you're in the sun, grab a beer.
Daniel was called on a penalty for roughing, but Reichel got one also for interference on the goaltender. And up to center ice is Curry. The shot deflected into the crowd.
Well, will we be coming back here for Game 6 next Saturday? That we don't know. What we do know is that everybody swings back to Montreal for Game 5 on Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Time, 4:30 Pacific Coast Time. The Canadians and the Kings from the other forum, the older forum in Montreal.
Well, there's Mr. Reichel. He got it for knocking Patrick Waugh down, and Daniel got it for retaliating on Rob Blake. Daniel's been a pest. Wayne Gretzky's been after him in his own way a little bit as Daniel paid close attention to number 99.
Face off inside the Canadian line. Canadians move back to pick it up. It is a 2-1 hockey game now here in the second, nearing the 9-minute mark. Overtime near the intercept of the pass. Canadians now do get organized, and 3 of them skate out to center ice. Up over the left is LeBeau, and he ran into the head. He saw that coming all the way. Didn't move away from it. Curry nearly gave it away. Sador shot it too far for Robitaille. Brisebois back. Now Desjardins. And hopping over the stick of the blue line. Sador takes his man, though, ignoring the puck. It's in back for the net. Now out front, Canadians in. And the shot is blocked as Tom Foose got out in front of the net. And Rudy had to cover up.
Well, we saw Mason Danfus score Montreal's second goal in this period right from that same spot. He's very quick. He's got the quick hands. That time the puck came to him, and Kelly Rudy made a good stop.
Rob Blake just batted the puck loose, and it hit Yari Curry in the skate and went right to Dom Foose. And you're right, you give him those kind of chances with his quick little wrist shot, he'll put it by any goaltender. Kelly Rudy with 14 saves. The LA Kings have come to life and have given Patrick Waugh a little business this period after giving him the first 20 minutes off.
That's Kelly's first save. Canadian second shot, both by Danfus. First one went in.
McSorley is serving a misconduct. He has another 6 minutes to serve. 2-1, Montreal leading. LA coming to life here in the second period, getting the goal. They've outshot the Canadians 7-3 so far. Overall now it's 16-13. 13-6 for the Montreal Canadiens in the first. Granado has some speed up. Couldn't split the defense, though, and it's pushed back to center ice. Rob Blake back. Right in front of his own net with Keane. Staying very close to him. Down the net is Jitnik. Stick handles out of the zone up to center. Jitnik's long shot. Waugh went down on one knee and let the puck come to him, and he held it.
Well, Patrick Roy the other night, Wayne Gretzky beat him with a tremendous shot. And I talked to Patrick after the game, and I said, I guess you couldn't have stopped that one. Well, he didn't quite agree. He said he could have had his glove in a better position. He gave Wayne full credit for the shot, of course. But then, Harry, he let us in on the real secret, the real reason that goal went in. He said, my big problem was my pants were falling down. And he showed me where the suspenders had snapped and a piece of tape had broken. Said the suspenders were down around my elbows. I felt my pants were going down.
Ah, that Gretzky spin some magic, done. He was faked the pants off before he shot it.
Hey, when the Leafs were eliminated with Wayne, the big man, in Game 7, first day of trading afterwards in the Toronto Stock Exchange, the Garden stock went down $1.50. See, he affects everybody every which way. There's still the story brewing about Wayne and his long-term or short-term future here in Los Angeles.
Nearing the halfway mark of the second period. In Game 4, 2-1, the Canadians are leading. Long, high shot going into the corner. And here's Alexei Zhiknik again, but how he can handle this time is Carbonneau. Goes the other way. Get away from Carbonneau. Rogers hit him on Brunet. And then he got it up to Curry. Curry had to go to the corner with it. Brisebois back. Slow moving on it. Blake is in there hitting again. Curry trying to center it. Here comes Reichel to pick it up. Reichel's pass hit a stick. And it's Carbonneau coming out for Montreal. Carbonneau gets up to center ice and moves well. He's over the line. Carbonneau, and he gets the shot away. No problem for Rudy with that one. 6 goals it was. Here's Curry falling. And the Canadians get it up. DiPietro in. The shot blasting away wide as he got a lead pass. He's there again trying to center it. Rudy covered that. And it's Reichel flipping it away to the blue line and up to center. Gretzky. He stopped. The Kings pick it up. Reichel over the line. He had to wait for Gretzky to get back on side. Roach missed a chance to pick it up behind the net. And it's by Sador all the way back to the LA line. 9:20 remaining in the second period. Gretzky shoots the puck in. Canadians lead 2-1. Empty net for a second, but Waugh got back in time. And the Canadians pick it up, but they do not get it out. Went high over the glass. They tried to shoot it in back of the net where Gretzky was waiting.
Well, DiPietro had the best chance of the Canadians in this period. A breakaway from the LA blue line on a lovely pass from Odeline, who isn't known for his offensive skills, but is the toughest of all the Montreal defensemen. And DiPietro couldn't put it past Kelly Rudy. There's the giveaway as Curry fell. It was a 2-on-2. A lovely pass up the middle. This slow motion camera shows it perfectly. DiPietro gets everything he wants on it. And it was just wide of the post. Look where Kelly Rudy was, cutting the angle down very nicely.
9 minutes, 5 seconds left in the second. Canadians try to shoot it in. Stick was lifted by Sandstrom. Hardy up to his own line. Rink wide pass. Chopped off at center ice, and the ball turns back. He was stopped by Sador. Gretzky picks it up at center ice and shoots it from there. In it goes. The ball staying very close to Gretzky. All tied up. He's away from the puck. Canadians, 2 players up on the rush. Don Foose over the line. That's offside. The ball got up to the play and went ahead of the play. Offside.
Had watched there, Harry, Diane Cannon at the hockey game, well-known actress. And Michael Eisner, Bruce McDowell behind the post, but that's Michael Eisner, the head of Disney Corporation, the head of the Mighty Ducks, all sported out like a Mighty Duck here today. T-shirt, cap, ready to go.
8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. The Canadians lead with 2-1. The Kings on the puck in the center ice area. Blake takes the pass from Millen, who is scooting around with it. Canadians intercept, and it's Millen again, stealing it. Ripped it along the boards into the corner, and Montreal will clear it out. Got to the blue line and tapped out by the 3 forwards. Down Foose, and handled it cleanly. Down Foose again, but Blake was there. And it's the Kings on it. Donnelly comes in. Donnelly gets set, passes back, way back over the line to Zhiknik. And they had to get back on side with 2 Kings into the net down there. Andy Van Helmont calls the play.
2 Kings, Brisebois, Patrick Roy, and here now is Ron McLean.
Fellas, we're ringside with James Woods. Brilliant as Roy Cohn and Citizen Cohn, the McCarthy trial. Maybe your third Emmy coming with that, James. Your thoughts on the game?
This game, the Kings have to play more offensively. Every time they try to go defensively against Montreal, they're going to get creamed. But when it's 4-on-4, when there was the power play just a minute ago, 4-on-4, they play a lot more offensively and they got a shot. But that's what tells you the whole story. Shots on goal, guess 14, and home, I guess 16, home 14. They've got to shoot. If they shoot, they'll score. If they don't shoot, they won't. It's that simple.
James, you're a long-time Kings fan. Who's your favorite all-time, and how'd you get into it?
I got into it because my brother played goalie for Moses Brown, and he brought me here. We sat over there our very first game with the purple and gold Kings, and we've been going ever since. He flew out from Rhode Island just to watch these two games.
Great. Well, nice to visit with you. Who's your favorite King? I didn't get that.
Every single one of them.
Oh, beautiful. Well, good luck.
Thanks.
Everybody's a coach here in L.A. Pretty good.
Yeah, get all the answers.
So far, the answers are all answered by the Canadians. They're leading 2-1. And Gretzky on the ice again with Sandstrom shooting it in. They are, again, 4 skaters to side. Schneider playing it in back to the net. Desjardins comes up with it. Long pass ahead. Nearly another break for Muller. Rudy got caught in there. Muller gets back to the net. Checked his man at the far side. Los Angeles Kings can't move it out. There's Gretzky getting a chance, and he shot it to center ice. 7:15 remaining in the second period. Canadians continue to lead by 1 goal. Donnelly has the only goal of the game for L.A. Muller and Dom Foose for the Canadians. Kings are offside. Rush.
We've got penalties called on Blake of L.A. and Brisebois of Montreal. Blake joining McSorley, who's sitting on his misconduct. The penalties, the coincident minor penalties, came as a result of the collision in the goal crease.
Well, when Rob Blake decides to go to the net, Dick, he's going. And anybody in front of him is going in. Patrick Waugh saw it coming and got out of the way. And, of course, there's Boy and Blake both get penalties.
Tough shipper Darryl Sador. Kirk Muller hit him in the Canadian zone. And back at the other end of the ice, half a minute later, John LeClaire leveled him with a pretty good check.
McSorley has another 2.5 minutes left to serve in his misconduct penalty. Canadians lose it. Near the line and backing off is Robitaille. He made the play to Zhitnik, who shot in wide of the net. The Canadians come up with it and get it out. DiPietro trying to go by Zhitnik. It's dropped back to Dom Foose. Dom Foose looking for it. Lost it for a second. Then it's shot back to the net. Zhitnik and DiPietro race for it. It's DiPietro getting there first, but the Kings get the puck ahead. And out over the line. Up to center, Hardy made the play. Gets it back again and rolled it back inside his own blue line. Head across the line and up to center comes Curry. He and Robitaille. Curry in. On with the brakes and centered it. High shot, not a hard one, went over the net. In back of the goal, Robitaille is upset. The net was off the moorings. Popped back on, I think. Now it's off again, and the play had to be called.
Too many Kings getting too upset. Too few of them not playing enough good hockey. The net got knocked off. Robitaille didn't like it because he had the puck and looked like he could create a scoring opportunity. But here's our overhead camera. We'll show you. The LA Kings are certainly going to the net more often. Patrick Waugh knocked it off, but certainly not on purpose, although I don't think he can convince Luke Robitaille of that at the moment.
Harry, not a period that's going to live in hockey history so far. J.J. Daigneault gets a penalty here. No, he just got to the door to speak to Brisebois. Montreal with just 3 shots so far in this period, just a 2-1 lead, and they're getting a little softer in their play.
You know what Serge Savard told me after Game 3 when they were up 3-0 and then blew the lead? We aren't as good as we used to be at defending leads. We stop skating, we won't get the puck deep, and we often get out-muscled.
Gretzky wins the draw. Sador gets the shot. That's off Carbonneau again as he blocked it. And the net is off again. Now the play is called. Andy Van Hellemond has not called a penalty, I don't think. He's moving around a lot of debris on the ice.
Well,
net
again,
knocked off.
Comes off. LA Kings going to the net again. I don't think you can blame Patrick Waugh on that one. He was knocked into the goal post to knock it off.
Van Belleman's ruling is that Granato was the reason, so the faceoff comes outside the Montreal line by the look of it.
That's a tough one to understand when you see the replay. Yeah. Granato didn't go in there on his own, but the LA Kings are definitely trying to cause a little more traffic for this man, Mr. Waugh, to see if they can get him in a spot where he doesn't see the shot.
It is Montreal 2, Los Angeles 1. Canadians lead the series 2-1. And the next game back at the Forum in Montreal. Wednesday, Habs are offside now. Carbonneau brought it in behind Brunet. Face-off will come outside the Los Angeles line. Boy, the pace has slowed considerably here in the second.
Earlier on, we showed you a stat that showed that Barry Melrose and the Kings were up against him historically in one way. Well, how about the Canadians? Only 4 times since the best-of-7 finals began has a team lost the first game at home and then gone on to win the whole series. Most recently, Pittsburgh 2 years ago.
Carbonneau got the draw, but it rolls all the way back down the ice, and Desjardins comes back. Left it in the corner, picks it up again. Samson is in there with some pretty good forechecking, and the puck is cleared to center ice. In on the wing, Sador back, so is Hardy, and Hardy gets a pass away to Gretzky. Gretzky was onside, barely. Made the play on the right wing, in is Donnelly, stopping. Donnelly back to the line to Hardy, his shot. Just missed. Gretzky on it, passed it in front, and only Canadian players there. And they get it back out. In on the wing goes Brunet. In against Sador, covering, in back of the net. Sador takes his man out of the play and comes up with it. A long pass to center with Gretzky open at center ice and went behind him to the left wing. Gretzky chopped at it. Granato brings it in. Granato left it. And again, the Canadians moving out over their own line. 5 minutes remaining in the second. It is Kurt Muller trying to go in. Had it poke checked away. Leclerc goes after it behind the net. Jitnik trying to stop him from making a play. Muller is out front. No pass to Amietto. Now he's covered. And the Canadians, Muller in on the boards. Gets it loose. Knocked down. Play goes on, and the Kings come out. Jitnik again. Coming up. Gets across center. And the Canadians break it up. In between the two blue lines, they move it up to center, and Daigneault fires it in on the net. Gave Rudy a problem or two. Now he slapped at it as it was lying in front of him. And the puck's in back of the net again. Jitnik on a long shot. But he made that pass up through the middle. Robitaille couldn't hang on to it. Now Jitnik is going on. As they change, the play comes to center. And Lehman, a good pass, comes in over the line. Dion centered it. And Rudy covers up. And now it's the turn for the Canadians and knocked the net flying.
Well, there's going to be a penalty on the play. Sador drilled DiPietro. And when we come back, Montreal will have a power play.
And execute. Back down the ice. It is Curry coming up with the pass. Back to Gretzky, and that's intercepted easily by Haller. Haller got it down on the wing. Dion moving in. He was jammed out of the play by Blake. The two of them hit the ice. Curry in front of the net. Gretzky is coming out with Blake. He's up to the line. Skating in, Gretzky. Hangs on to it. Waits for somebody to move up. It's Hardy. And he got it into the corner, but the Canadians take over. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Haller backs up. Out of his own net. Pass in behind him. And the Canadians move in. Don Foose got in around Granato. Chuck shot it the other way. Daigneault moving up. He cleared it into the corner. Canadians open in front. Now Muller leaves that spot and goes in to pick it up. Muller back to the line. Daigneault's shot is blocked. Canadians keep it in. Bellows to Daigneault. He shot it in there. Hit back at the net down. Foose got it out front. And Sador poked at it and gets it out. Sador moving up to center. He had Granato with him. Couldn't break away though. Granato to McSorley. And it's shot in by Shuchuk. 1:40 left in the period. Canadians hang on to that 2-1 lead. And now icing called against Montreal.
Well, the LA Kings on a huge penalty kill have come to life, as have quite a number of their fans. And where they were vastly outplayed in the first period, this one's been a pretty even period. So maybe Barry Melrose can squeeze a better performance again in the third period out of his boys and rescue this game that looked like it was heading in the wrong direction in an awful hurry.
The Kings trying to get a tie out of this before the period is out. They have 1:34 left in the period. Canadians lead by the 1 goal. 19-15 are the shots in favor of the Canadians. Habs had a 2-0 lead when Donnelly scored. Dumfus and Muller, the goal scorers for Montreal. Muller in the first, Dumfus here in the second. Little pass ahead to center is intercepted, and the Canadians backhanded in. McSorley coming back. Keane chases him. McSorley in the far corner now. Now he has to fire it away, and it goes all the way down the ice. And this is going to be an icing call against LA. McSorley got trapped and had no choice.
1:05 remaining here in the second period, upcoming in our second intermission. The hero of the game here on Saturday night, Game 3 with the overtime goal. John LeClaire from St. Albans, Vermont, will be guesting with Ron McLean in our studios. And we'll take a look at the brand new and outstanding Hockey Hall of Fame that will be officially unveiled or officially opened in Toronto in a couple of weeks' time.
Larry Ashley, the great trainer with the Vancouver Canucks, sent away to all the teams and got every one of their crests autographed here, and this is going to be auctioned off in Penticton, BC later in the summer, with the proceeds going to the British Columbia Hockey Hall of Fame Society and the BC Special Olympics. A great idea by Ashley, and I'm sure both those worthy organizations will benefit from his thoughtfulness.
Sorely in deep conversation with Andy Van Hellemond. Bellows was there for the Canadians. Whatever it was has been sorted out, and Curry gets ready for the face-off to the left of Rudy. Remember in the first period, Muller won the face-off from him, resulted in a goal. Long shot in. That one nearly got by Rudy, was deflected in front. Curry takes it around the net. We're in the final minute of the period. And Curry brings it out to center with Granado coming up on the play. He's upended, and a penalty will be called on that play against the Montreal Canadiens. Curry leading the attack and skating in all the way until he was upended.
Brian Bellows gets the call from Van Hellemond. Harry, what a chance for LA. There's only 49 seconds left in the period. The old story, end the period on a high note, get a goal, tie the game. We got a power play chance here after that hook by Bellows hauling down Curry results in the 2-minute call.
Well, fouls from behind are the ones one of the other types that Andy Van Hellemond likes to call, and there was no need to hook Curry. He had two defensemen still to beat, and I think Bellows is just trying to pull him off balance a little bit.
I don't think Jacques Demers is too thrilled with what he has seen in this period.
Well, LA will get two chances here. 50 seconds left on the power play to end the period, and even if they don't score, they get a good chance early in the third. So this is real break for LA, the time of this penalty, let alone the penalty. Now, Gretzky's over talking to the timer over here about something.
All right, the faceoff is going to be deep inside the Montreal line to the left of Patrick Waugh. And this is one of the great concerns the LA Kings have, the efficiency of their power play. Coming into the game, just over 16%. That's not nearly good enough, but they have one on there now. And Montreal leading by a goal. 44 seconds left in the period. They'll pass it around. It'll be Gretzky setting it up to McSorley. Big shot, miss. Gretzky! In there, that was blocked. Gretzky with a great chance, and here's Sandstrom. In front it comes, and the Canadians will clear it out. With 30 seconds left in the period, Desjardins gets the second chance, shoots it in. 24 seconds left in the period. And the Kings will have to hustle if they want to move up for another scoring chance. 18 seconds left. And in goes Sandstrom, breaking for the net on with the breaks in the corner. 12 seconds left. McSorley is showing patience. The shot in. Gretzky around the net. Comes out, centering pass. Score! They tie it with 4.6 seconds left in the period.
Marty McSorley, after a 10-minute rest in the second period, taking a misconduct, gets a pass or a deflection. I think it was a pass from Wayne Gretzky right here, and McSorley just with a quick flick of the wrist put it into the top of the net. You can see where Patrick Waugh gambled. I'll take the low part of the net away and hope somebody blocks the shot. But he also was afraid that Gretzky might come all the way around for the wraparound. Nevertheless, 2-2 after 2.
So the Kings on a power play at 19:55. Gretzky making the play out front, and Marty McSorley driving it by Patrick Waugh. Robitaille also got an assist on the goal. The shots after 2 periods, 20-17 in favor of Montreal. Look at Gretzky go to work.
A couple of Canadians seem to get tangled up. Watch Keith Carbonneau falls down. Not to block the shot. He was just knocked down as he got tangled up with Matthew Snyder. And Gretzky doesn't miss chances like that to set somebody up. And that's what he did. And Marty, with that perfectly legal stick of his, drilled it home.
All right, McSorley has tied it at 19:55. So after 2 periods,
21 seconds.
21 seconds.
Broke his ankle in the All-Star, too.
What a beautiful entrance to the brand new Hockey Hall of Fame and Museum. Don, we're going on a little tour here. This little video presentation is about 5 minutes. It's dynamite.
It's really something. We're going to go to the right here now.
This is really a spectacular part of the whole hall. You should look at the floor. They've done the floor. It's just like a nice surface. You can see the skate marks to the National Hockey League logo. And here are the minutes of the first meeting that helped establish the creation of the NHL in 1917.
John Beliveau, when he signed with Montreal, there's Mr. Selke, and maybe the greatest coach of all time, Dick Irvin Sr., right there.
Don, to you from failing hands, we pass the torch. Be yours to hold it high. Dick Irvin Sr. put that in the Montreal Canadiens dressing room from, of course, Landers Fields. This is their room.
This was my room in Team Canada. I remember this is unbelievable. It's exactly like the room. Holy Diane, I got the names up and the whole thing. Look at that. Isn't this something?
After that 3 bells has gone off, you know you have 3 minutes. Team gets all ready. Now you come out of the dressing room, and when you're walking out to the ice here at the Hockey Hall of Fame, instead, you walk to the Heartland Molson Theater.
Yes.
Exactly.
I'll have 3X.
Room for 150 to come in and watch a spectacular video that tells the story of hockey and how it's become our gift to the world.
The greatest hockey player who ever lived and who will ever live, the great Bobby Orr. Is this something right here? What a guy. I was taking right there, something there. Look at him putting the pucks in right there. You can touch something here. You can see all his exploits, as they say. Look at the kid. I taught him everything. Look at this. Taught the kid everything he knew.
This is the interactive part of the hall. This is where all through this area, Don, you can come down, you can get on the ice, you can take shots. They'll have different things like Scoro and test your luck against either
the stands up there, too. You can stand and look at the stands. This is the Boston Gardens, the gallery guards up there. These are the seats here. The people used to sit there where they used to watch Bobby Orr and I spin our magic. Right here.
Try to watch. They had to crane their neck. More obstructed seats in Boston Garden than any rink in hockey, but what character?
What, are you knocking it down?
Well, that's why they are.
Okay. This is it, the Holy Grail. This is what every Canadian kid goes to bed and dreams about. Would love to have his name right on there. You're very fortunate to get your name on there. I was pretty close twice.
Very close. Well, you want to call her in a memorial. That's not bad. You enjoy your tour?
This is unbelievable. I'll tell you something. When you come down here, you're going to see something that's going to knock your socks off. Yeah, I know you've heard a lot about it, but you got to see it all, and I'll tell you, you better have some time to spend. You'll spend a couple hours in here, and you'll love it.
Opens June 18th in downtown Toronto. You can come down and live for over 100 years in one day.
Perfect.
Tied it up 2-2 late in the second period, and they're doing a booming business here at the Great Western Forum.
Well, Bob, they're supporting the Stanley Cup Finals vocally, as we have heard. Saturday night, they figure they set an all-time record, $125,000 worth of business at the various boutiques. They had only 1,600 programs for sale, 400 Stanley Cup hats, both sold out in less than an hour. And as I mentioned 2 nights ago, there's a steady stream of fans looking at the Stanley Cup at the official hotel out by the airport all day yesterday, right up to midnight. They just kept coming to look at the Cup and all the NHL trophies.
And they would dearly love a 6th game back here at the Great Western Forum. Game 5, of course, will be played in the Forum at Montreal.
Muller got cut or hit in the face right off the face-off, and he's trying to talk Andy Van Helm into giving him a penalty. How come no penalty, Andy? You were right there. You dropped the puck. You saw the stick come up, but not going to be able to do it. Doesn't appear that Muller's cut.
And 5 seconds off the clock at center ice. They drop it in again on that red line, and the Canadians win the draw. Oderline stepping up to center with a shot in to the right of Rudy. Canadians in after it. Chuck takes his man on the boards in the corner. The puck loose, and the Canadians again winning the little battle. But it's McSorley going over there to chop it away. Keane takes it again and shot it behind the net. Off the skate, right to Chuck that comes loose. McSorley was going to go back there, had to watch the man in front. Now it's the Kings coming out with it. Chuck up along the line to center, and he's upended. Bonner takes over. Reichel took it from him and fired it in. Canadians back. Kings had to get onside. They do, and Oderline moves up. Shot it across the LA blue line. Zhitnik back up. Got as far as center, and he was stopped there. Knocked down by Blake. On the boards with it. Up the center. Sandstrom flipped it high. Went over the boards at the Canadians bench. 1-0 after the first period. And then Don Moose got his 11th of the playoffs to make it 2-0 on a power play. Donnelly scored with 2 chances. He scored on the second one to make it 2-1. And then McSorley's power play goal at 19:55. And we're tied.
And that power play goal was the first one in 16 consecutive power plays where the LA Kings have been sucked down by the Montreal penalty.
Carbonneau on there now, checking in front. Gretzky got loose, got it ahead to Loach. Loach and Sandstrom on the wings with Gretzky. And Schneider bumped back of the net. Sandstrom in there quickly. Trying to wrap it around the boards in the corner. Now Loach to Gretzky. He gets it out front, but nobody there. And Ronan shot it to center ice. Ronan comes up with Dion. Hit it into the corner. Zhitnik back, sweeping it away to the line, but Carbonneau was there to keep it in. Canadians move up. Kings. Shot, knocked down. Carbonneau letting it fly again. And Rooney was very sharp. You know, that stop didn't look like much on it, but it was to the far corner, and he picked out the pad and made the save, and then the puck bounced by in front of him. It was high, and he caught it.
A lot of after the whistle punching here. Andy Van Helmen watched it all. There are the ice times. Gretzky again playing a little more tonight. 17:40, so he's going to be up around 26 or 7 minutes. He's been 21 or 2 in other games. Carbonneau's got 7 minutes against Gretzky at 7:35, and Rob Blake is headed toward a 25-minute night. Barry Melrose doesn't shorten his bench much, Bob. Not like a lot of coaches do when they get in a situation like how important this period is to them.
This is a huge period to them. It is 2-2 during the 2-minute mark of the third. Canadians leading in the series 2-1. Of course, would love to bag this one and go home, needing a win for the Stanley Cup at the Montreal Forum. Kings, of course, other ideas. And it is cleared to the line. Up to center. McSorley on the rush. Couldn't make the pass at the blue line, and the Canadians give it away. Curry moving in. Here's his shot. The ball grabbed down on the glove side. He was moving to the far post when Robitaille labeled it for the short side. He caught it.
Well, Robitaille let him